welcome to my channel. My name is Carolyn. What we're all about, if you're new to my channel, is about life. I tell you, this life is a process. All of it is a process. And what we do here at the station is to give you strategies and clues and principles and all of these things to help you navigate where you want to go in life. So that's our goal. That's what our channel is about, to give you the tools that you need to navigate this process called life, because we're all in it and we need to know, how to navigate through it. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is time. And time has gotten really a bum rap because all of the sayings that we hear, it just takes time. Time will take care of it. Time will cure all things. Just give it time. All you need is time. Time is a healer. You know, time will heal you, whatever the situation is, whatever has happened. All you need is time. And I thought about that in the sense of time actually is not a healer. It's been given the assignment to heal, but time is not a healer. Time doesn't fix everything. Time is not the answer to all things. It just will not turn around just with time because we have to do something in the midst of that time. Take this for instance. Okay, you need to lose 25 pounds. And so what do you say? Just give it time and the 25 pounds will just fade off. Not 30 days later, 60 days later, you're still going to have the 25 pounds on you if you haven't done anything about it. Well, that's kind of how it is with the things that happen to us in life. We have to, the number one strategy is to participate with time. Because I looked up the definition of time and it says it's the marking off of seconds, minutes, and hours from either 12 midnight or 12 noon. It is just a placekeeper. It's just keeping place. That's what the dictionary said what time was. And when I looked at it as in reference to what we're talking about and hear people say time is a healer, time does this, time does that, when I looked at the definition, it's just saying time is a placekeeper. But then I thought about what time really means to me. Hopefully it'll mean the same thing to you. The time is actually an opportunity. What time gives us, that place between 12 midnight and 12 noon, it gives us an opportunity to work with whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. Whatever the process is that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's grief, whether it's loss of a job, loss of a loved one, maybe that dream that you thought you would have by this time and it hasn't come to pass, and someone will say, just give it time and it will, like I said, it will happen. But time is really, I'd like to say, is an opportunity to take advantage, number one, of putting some things in place that are going to get you from A to Z. Say, for instance, your weight, my weight. I'm working on mine too. I know you're probably working on yours, but we have to do something. What does the time say? Okay, it gives me an opportunity, so now I have to get up and do some exercise. But I don't like to do exercise. So time's giving me an opportunity to make a decision. Do I really want to get healthier? And that's what I like to think of it as, not weight loss, but getting healthier, taking care of my body. Do I want to get healthier? Am I going to make the decision to do that? Number one, with the opportunity of time, it takes a decision, right? It takes to make a decision. I'm going to do something different. I'm actually in the midst of a time that it talks about in Ecclesiastes. I just want to tell you what the Bible says about time. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and it's verse 1, and it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. There's a time to be born, a time to die, time to plant, time to pluck up what you've planted, time to kill, time to heal, time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh, time to mourn, and a time to dance. Love that dancing part. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, time to get, time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, time to sow, time to tear up or rend, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak. See all this in time? What it says here? It says a time to love, a time to hate. There are some things we really do need to hate. And there's a time of war and a time of peace. That's what it talks about in Ecclesiastes about time. So, what does that say to us? It says that there is a time for everything, that everything that we're doing, or those processes, or those episodes that happen in our lives, should not then take all of our lives. There's a time for it. So, in that opportunity of time, what do I need to do? What decisions do I need to make? I'm in one of the processes of the time that we just read about mourning, because my husband has graduated to heaven and I'm now here. So I'm in a process of this time frame, of this opportunity. And it says there's a time to mourn. So I began to think about it, made a decision. Okay, so there's a time for this. So it doesn't mean there's a life for this. So I'm to let the process take place. That whenever I feel like crying, or whenever I feel sad, I will allow myself in that time frame of opportunity to feel sad. I will cry if I need to cry. I will feel lonely if I need to feel lonely, missing my husband. I will do that in this opportunity of time, so that what? So the process can complete itself. Why? Because I don't want to stuff it and act like I'm not sad. I don't want to not cry when I need to cry. I don't want to stuff it and say, no, I'm just going to put my chin up and keep on going. We don't want to do that. Why? Because time is an opportunity. It's a time for me to allow the grief process to happen. To allow for that time to be angry, to allow for the not understanding, to allow for the grief. Same thing with you, for your job, for your loss of a loved one, for everything. Allow the opportunity of time to let yourself feel it, embrace it, do it, and walk through it, so that the process can be complete. What did we talk about? This is the affirmation station talking about life is a process, and it is. So we allow the process to happen, but then we go back to what? That Bible verse, Ecclesiastes 3:1. There's a time for everything. So I make the decision to let that time run for that particular item, as we're talking about grief, grieving, divorce, whatever. Allow it to do what it does, and then free yourself at the end of the time. My process may be longer than yours or shorter than yours, but allow the process of time that opportunity to walk that thing out. But understand, time is not the healer, it's the opportunity to heal, where we can allow ourselves, okay, this is a new part two for me. This is a new start over. My t-shirt says, life, push the reset button. It's a time for me to reset. So what does my life look like now? Same thing for you. So after the divorce, after not getting that dream job, what does your life look like? Take your time to grieve not getting it, but then make a decision. Okay, so what is my next? What do I need to do next? What's my next opportunity? What gifts do I have in me that I could springboard maybe into a business? You know, begin to think inwardly and make some decisions about what you're going to do with the opportunity of time. And that's where the healing comes. That's where the transformation comes. That's where the reset button comes. That's where the reset comes, where we reset our lives for our new next, because time has given us the opportunity to do that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, but to encourage you that this is the affirmation station. And I want to affirm this one thing with you, and this I want you to get into your heart and keep in your heart, that life is a process. Sometimes that process is rough. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's smooth. It always brings surprises. But I want to encourage you today with this. You can and will make it. You can and will make it. And say that to yourself. I can and I will make it. I know I'm going through this, what? Time right now. But this is my opportunity to come out of it. So be blessed. Have a great day. And I'll see you the next time.